So Chinese New Year is coming up, and to be exact, Chinese New Year in this year is January 29th, 2025. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what Chinese New Year could entail as of this year. Of course, this video has been made possible for the friends at Discord, meaning if you haven't liked, subscribed, or joined the Discord, I highly suggest that you do. But that said, let's get started. And before we start, let's talk about the leaks. For what we know, there is going to be something planned for the future, as her last event, which happened on the 8th of February 2024, the official Chinese New Year of 2024 was February the 10th, practically gave us appearances and change orders and a new full nickname decorator. That said, for this year, the event is probably going to be on the 27th, whereas the New Year itself is going to be on the 29th. This is in comparison with the event being on the 8th of February last year, and overall, I do think it is going to be a blast. I almost am guaranteeing that there is something new for China, to be exact, at least a Chinese event squad. And this could be seen via private conversations between the Enlisted community and the Enlisted community manager. And overall, I do think something is in the works of a new Chinese squad, and I do think it's going to be a welcome situation. Of course, this is not going to be a full video if you guys don't hear my own speculation, but this is what I would like for Enlisted Chinese New Year 2025, and what I think they should give us to the table. In terms of event squads, I think they should give us two. Of course, I do prefer that both of these are Chinese, but it would be understandable if one is Chinese and one is Japanese, although quite makes sense for me. That said, for the Chinese squad, I have a few suggestions. One of them is giving them a full assaulter squad with the German C96 automatic pistol. This is, for those wondering, the same automatic pistol we have in Enlisted as of right now, except for that is officially classified as an event weapon. Of course, my personal suggestion is that with that squad, they also give Chinese Dao, or essentially sword. Essentially, this is the Chinese version of the Japanese katana, except for, of course, this is a Chinese Dao instead of a Japanese katana. So, in all reality, a C96 squad, that is 4 to 5 man squad, with automatic C96 at tier 1 with the Chinese swords. That, I think, should be a great idea. Another suggestion is that they have an entire engineer squad for the Chinese, and instead of carrying the C96, they're going to be carrying the K98. Now, going on a historical tangent right there, for those who are wondering the Chinese military in World War II, it was essentially a hodgepodge of pretty much everything. One of the things that most people will say is that the 98th and the 78th regiments, the ones trained by the Germans, completely used German weapons, which is not true. They used German-style helmets, they used German-styled belt buckles, and they used Czech gas masks and some German gas masks. That is on the best situations, and let's not even go into the worst situation. Of course, like I said, these are German-styled, meaning that everything is styled. This cannot be more true for the case of their rifles. The Kar-98 is essentially the Chinese version of the Kar-98. To be exact, it's officially called the Chiang Kai-shek rifle. This rifle is pretty much the copy of the Kar-98K given to the elite troops, once again the 88th, 98th, and 78th divisions, and essentially once again these were the German trained troops of the Nationalist Revolutionary Army, the one used by the Nationalists against the Japanese. And honestly, between these two, the C98 automatic pistol and the Kar-98K, I'm actually more interested in the C96 automatic pistol because that one has around 20 rounds and that's pretty cool. But overall, I do think Enlisted is planning something for China. And honestly, between you and me, I do think something is big in the works for China, although I cannot confirm it. I essentially have been notified that something is going on, and I do think that something is pretty big for the Chinese situation. Of course, I cannot confirm anything, and I cannot tell you guys who, or what, or where, or when, because I simply don't know. And yeah, so without further ado, this is all it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next one.